Growing up, my family struggled financially. Education felt like a distant dream, not because I lacked the will to learn, but because the opportunities were unfairly distributed. I wanted to break free from the cycle, but the door to success always seems locked.
I lost count of how many job applications I sent. Every rejection felt like a door slammed shut for me, reinforcing the belief that without connections, talent alone was not enough. The world kept demanding experience, but how could I gain experience if no one gave me a chance?
MAXY Academy wasn't just founded as a business, it was built as a calling. We saw how education and hiring systems were failing an entire generation. We chose to step in, not by selling quick fix courses, but by creating a community that walks with students from learning to leadership.
According to us, leadership isn't about authority, it's about service. We prioritize students over profits, mentorship over transactions, and purpose over prestige. That's why at MAXY we provide support and resources for those in need. Invest in students before they can afford to pay and care about marginalized people.
So AI is not just a tool for automation, it's a tool for transformation. At MAXY, we don't teach AI to replace people, we teach it to amplify human potential, creating opportunities for those the world has ignored.
When I joined MAXY, I had nothing but the will to grow. I didn't even own a laptop. I only had an old computer that my father and my younger brother used to. Back in 2020, I remember when my father came home with only 50,000 rupiah in his hand after full day of work. And my mother crying, then said, "What can we buy with this?" At that moment, I knew I had to do something to help my family. I was lucky to receive a scholarship for university, and through that, the doors began open. One of them was MAXY Academy. I met MAXY during my 6th semester, just I desperately searching for my internship. My university had a partnership with MAXY, and that's how I got the chance to intern in Jakarta.
A career isn't just about getting a job, it's about human flourishing, helping people discover their calling and bridging the opportunity gap.
MAXY changed my life more than just academy and career growth. MAXY transformed my mindset, my confidence, my ability to navigate the professional world. They told me that learning doesn't stop at MAXY. It continues in the real industry, where every challenge is also a lesson. As the saying goes, experience is the best teacher.
I saw something special in them. They were eager to learn, but then they lacked resources to do so. Their laptop even barely worked. So MAXY lent them one. And then within months, they even mastered multiple programming languages and even contributed to key projects for MAXY Academy.
The real problem isn't just about skills, it's the lack of access, the loss of confidence, and the fading belief in one's own potential. The industry keeps saying, you need experiences, yet refuses to give young people their first real chance. They are stuck in a loop, constantly told they are not good enough without ever being given the space to grow. At MAXY, we break that cycle. We don't just teach skills, we create real-world projects that prove their worth. We pair students with the mentors who truly care, who don't just teach, but also listen, guide, and believe in them when no one else does. And when the industry hesitates, we fight for them, because someone has to.
First, I heard about MAXY is in my university seminar. At the time, I wasn't looking for anything special, just another internship program to checklist the checkbox on my resume. But MAXY message was different. They didn't just say, get hired. Instead, step into your calling, they say. I still remember that one conversation with the CEO and the CTO. It wasn't a sales pitch. They weren't trying to impress me with the flashy numbers or guarantees. Instead, they asked me one simple question. What do you really want to do with your life? Actually, no one had ever asked me that before. I had spent years chasing jobs, chasing stability, never stopping to ask myself what truly mattered. That moment wasn't just an opportunity for me. It was the first time I saw a path bigger than just getting a job. It was a door opening to a future I had never even imagined before.
When they first joined, I remember that they barely spoke. They refused to talk, never turned on their cameras, and second-guessing their answers. There was hesitation in their voice, like they had been told too many times that they weren't enough. But we saw something that they couldn't see yet, which is their potential. We didn't just train them. We built their confidence, we pushed them, we challenged them, and most importantly, that we believe in them. And you can see the changes week by week. Something changed, which their voices got louder and their ideas got bolder. And then, just a few months later, they weren't just participating in here, they were leading. They stood on stage and guiding their team in the national hackathon, pitching with a clarity and passion that no one actually expected. And when the results came in, it was undeniable. They didn't just compete, they won. They won in the stage. So not just the hackathon, but the battle against their own doubts, they won it.
MAXY wasn't just an education, it was an act of restoration. My transition from an English literature major to digital marketing, not just with skills, but with a renewed sense of purpose. The company I interned at didn't just hire me, but they also trust me to lead. But the real transformation wasn't just external actually, it's also internal. Because I remember the nights when I questioned if I would ever find my place. The countless rejection that made me feel invisible. MAXY gave me more than a career. They gave me my voice back. Because now, I walk into every opportunity with a confidence, knowing that I belong.
From borrowing a laptop to buying my own PC, from struggling to code to leading my teams in international hackathons. But the greatest victory wasn't just in the competition. It was in proving to myself and my family that our circumstance did not define us. I remember the moment I sent my first paycheck home. My mother's tears weren't of worry this time, but of pride. MAXY didn't just teach me a tech, it gave me a dignity, agency, and community that believe in me. This isn't just my story, it's the story of many students who dare to believe in something greater.
At MAXY, we do not measure success by revenue, we measure it by restored lives. Every student who finds their place, every leader who emerges, every voice once silent that now speaks with confidence, that is our real return of investment. We built MAXY not just to create professionals, but to rebuild lost hope, to transfer doubt into determination, and to turn dreamers into doers. And this is just the beginning.
And you can actually see it here that MAXY isn't just a boot camp. It's a place of transformation, and we've seen it. We've seen students walking in feeling small, uncertain, and overlooked, and doubtful about their future. And we've seen them live as leaders, innovators, change makers. And the most powerful thing that we do isn't just teaching. It's believing in people before they believe in themselves.